scammed a lot in jailbreak trading? Well, in today's video, I'm going to teach you all of the scams that are really going around right now, and I'm going to tell you how to avoid each one. Let's get into the video. But before we start, the like goal is going to be 100 likes for this video, so let's see if we can hit that like goal. Let's go. So the first scam is going to be this scam over here. Now, this scam's a pretty common one, but they're not always scams. I would say 90% of these are scams and 10% of them are actually legit. In a moment here, I'm going to tell you how to identify whether it's a scam or not. So we have the cross-trade scams, where they will say like they are offering for something for Robux or an item in another game, or they want like the other way around. So my piece of advice here is to never cross-trade. One, it is against Roblox's TOS, even though barely anyone has ever gotten banned for cross-trading, I don't think. So the other reason is because 90% of cross-trades are scams. A lot of them just say NGF, which means not going first. And when they say this means it's likely a scam, or they just trying to not get scammed themselves. See, basically what they mean by not going first is they mean basically say you give them their torpedo and then they'll give you the Robux instead of you give them the torpedo after they give you the Robux. If they go first, then, you know, it can't be a scam. The only opportunity is for you to scam them, but obviously don't do that. If you are a scammer, like, screw you. Anyway, that was the most common scam that I see. Okay, now time for another scam, which is the borrowing scam. This one happens a lot and almost happened to me once. The borrowing scam is basically when they go up to you and say, can I borrow your car? Can I like just drive it around the trading island once and then I will give it back to you? That's basically what they're gonna say. But in reality, what most of the people that say that actually do is they will go up to you, they'll say that, then you'll give them, say, your torpedo, and then they will take it and they won't give it back. They'll just leave the game. And you basically just gave them a free torpedo and they scammed you out of it. Then we have the duping scam. Now, I've only seen this like twice, so I don't know if it still happens, but I have seen it. Where some alt account will come to you with like a text above their head saying, duping items for free. And basically what they'll do is they'll go over to you and they'll say, I'll dupe your item. If you give it to me, I'll give you back two. If you guys don't already know, there's a glitch where you can duplicate items. That glitch was actually patched, but there's still a hack that can duplicate items for you. And if you don't know, duplicated items have like way less value in trading, but they still have some value. So some people still want to duplicate their items with hacks. But obviously if they hack, they have the risk of getting banned. So they'll give it to someone else to do. But they're not actually going to dupe your item. They're just going to do like the rest of the scams. They're literally just going to take your item, leave the game, and they ain't going to give you two. It's like that scam in Please Donate where people say, if you donate me, I'll donate you double. So yeah, do not fall for that one. If you are enjoying, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and left a comment down below, as it really helps the channel out and it helps you out if you want to see more content just like this. I did almost fall for that one, but I was wanting to test it out with a Lambo to see if it was legit, and they were like, oh, I can't dupe Lambos, I have to dupe high value items, which proves that it's just a scam. Because obviously they don't bother for like low value, low demand, non-limited. Anyway, moving on to the fourth scam. I'm not entirely sure what to call this scam, but what they do is they'll basically like fill up the trade with a bunch of stuff. They'll say like they'll put in a hyper purple level 5, then put in a bunch of other purple things. So they have like a full thing of purple. Then they'll spam add and remove items until you can't see like the chat without scrolling down. So you can't see them do what they're about to do next. Now, they're gonna get you to add and they're gonna get you to like balance out the trade, and they're gonna let you underpay for this purple 5. But then what they're gonna do is they're gonna quickly switch out the purple 5 for something else that's purple, and you can't see it in the trade chat because you would have not scrolled down probably. And they'll accept the trade, and all you have is a bunch of purple colors that are worth like 5k, and say you traded like a torpedo for that, and then you just traded 40 mil for a 5k color. Again, this scam is pretty easy to fall for, and I almost have fallen for it. All right, next we have a scam that happens all of the time. And actually, this might actually be the most common one. Forget the other one, the cross-trading scam. This is probably more common. This is the dupe scam. So as I mentioned earlier, dupes are worth less than their regular items, and they have way less demand, and nobody wants to trade for them. Now, a lot of people fall for this scam so much, but there's a really easy way to avoid it. Basically, they'll go up to you and tell you that their item is clean and not duped, and then you pay the full price for it, and then they get a lot for it, but then people won't trade for it because they won't fall for the scam, because a lot of people don't fall for this scam. My point is, you should always check a dupe list. Basically, this one on JB Values is good, which is where you type in the username, the original user of the item, and then if it highlights, that means it's duped and you should not trade for it. They're usually worth like half their normal value, if not less. So yeah, that's another really common scam that's pretty easy to avoid as long as you check a value list. This tends to happen the most with high value items like torpedo, hyperchromes, and mainly just high demand items. So don't worry if it's like 1 to 5 mil value. You probably don't have to check a dupe list there because nobody dupes those items. And a lot of dupe lists, if you check them, there actually won't be any of those vehicles on there because nobody dupes those. So yeah, only check it if it's like a high demand, anything above 10 mil, I would say. Oh, and we can see over here in the chat up here, we can see someone scamming right now, which is funny. This is a cross-trading thing. If you ever see like these kind of spams, they're likely scams. Basically what they do is they get like a bunch of bots to join jailbreak servers and do that kind of thing, and then you either pay real money or Robux for jailbreak items. Almost always scams. Do not trust them. Anyway, hope you guys don't get scammed after this video. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to go watch this video right here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.